I'm like super curious about it because obviously he runs an enormously successful podcast. He kind of like transferred his entire channel over to that. Like the guy off the camera, like what is he like?
He's pretty cool. I would say at first, while on the podcast, I was kind of like, okay, this guy's rude and mean, just because like I don't know, he was having trouble like before the podcast. He apparently has a stalker, so
I heard that.
Yeah,
that's crazy, by the way.
He's been like stressed out about that. And then we had this one girl show up to the podcast before we started, and she like came in acting all privileged, and she was like, "Oh, I thought a certain someone was going to be on that day." That
Do you remember who it was that she wanted on?
It was the guy.
It's not Destiny, is it?
Destiny. Yeah, he was
very interesting.
So he was supposed to be on, and so when she showed up, she was like, "Okay, where's Destiny? Like, I'm only here because Destiny's gonna be here."
Interesting.
She was like acting like she was like, "Okay, well, I don't know any of these people. They're a bunch of nobodies, so I'm not going to be a part of this."
And
she
stormed
out.
So much the attitude.
Yeah, and she drove all the way from LA to Sacramento
that's
just
wild.
to do it. And then she just drove back home. And I was just confused why. And so, like, I'm like, okay, she's a really famous person, like, same as Destiny and stuff like that. Got like 1,000 followers.
Huh.
And I was like, so he was just stressed out the whole time.
Yeah.
And then, like, afterwards, after the podcast, he apologized and he was like, "Hey, like, I just want to apologize. Didn't mean to like yell at you and stuff like that." He was just like, "I'm just super stressed," stuff like that.
Interesting.
Yeah. So he seemed pretty like genuine.
But like overall good experience.
Yeah, it was a pretty good experience. Yeah.
Very cool.
Are you glad you went on it?
Yeah, I'm glad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
It was definitely fun.
Do you think you'll ever get like a call to come back on?
Yeah, he wanted me to come back the like 2 weeks after, but I just couldn't because I was doing something. So
Well, yeah. You live here. It's harder to get over there. Yeah.
Yeah, especially the flying and stuff.